I have struggled with a person in a situation in my life for quite some time. Every bad feeling you can feel, I've felt it, and every bad thought you can have, I've had it. Due to this situation, I found myself getting very angry with God. Why won't you fix this? Why did you let them hurt me? Why haven't you done something to them? I'm asking you for help. You're not helping me. I feel like I'm alone. I'd say my prayers at night and I'd say, okay, God, I'm giving this to you. Fix it. A week or so would go by and I'd say, you know what? Just give it back. You're obviously not going to handle this the way I feel like it needs to be handled. Just give it back. It was a constant tug of war and it was exhausting. One night during spiritual life, our pastor asked us one simple question. Do you know where you're going when you die? He told us to write yes or no on a piece of paper, put your name on it, fold it, leave it on the table. The second I started writing yes on that paper, thought popped into my head. Girl, stop. Those thoughts and feelings you have about that person, you know you're not going to heaven. But I was scared and I was nervous. I couldn't write no on that paper. What if someone else found out? What would others think? So I wrote yes, no, kinda. That was scary. I truly didn't know where I was going to go when I died. That's when I knew something major had to change. I walked in very dark, very heavy, just very skeptical. What if this doesn't work? What if I don't hear anything? What if I don't see anything? Luckily, that was not the case. As we sat down, Miss Evelyn asked me, what is holding you back from knowing where you're going when you die? Is it forgiveness of yourself or forgiveness of others? I took a deep breath and I immediately felt my bottom lip start to quiver. Forgiveness of others. I started crying and just spilled my guts. Told she and Miss Terry everything about the person, the situation, and how I was so tired of trying to fix this on my own. Miss Evelyn handed me a piece of paper with a forgiveness prayer on it and asked me to read it out loud. Started reading it with ease until I came to the next line, and you were to name the person and the hurt. I tried getting through that several times and couldn't without crying. I must have read that prayer 6 times. Finally, on the 6th time, I got it right. And I immediately felt lighter and just started feeling so much better. We then moved into the AOS part of our meeting. I sat there for a little bit and rested in that, and immediately, boom, an image popped into my head from a previous situation. I was in a room, and over to the side, I could see this white just figure, almost like a choir robe. I sat quietly and tried to focus on that, and boom, it came into focus. And I started crying, and I said, "It's him. It's him. I can see him. It's Jesus." It was on a day that I felt like God had left me. I was very hurt, very angry. It was a scary, terrifying day for me. I felt he didn't handle the situation like I thought he should. I felt very alone. In fact, after that day, I told my pastor, I literally didn't open my Bible. I was angry. So to see the image and know that he was there, I was never alone, even when I felt alone. It was amazing. I immediately started feeling lighter, and I could literally feel the weight of all of that I had been carrying being lifted off of me. They asked me, how do you feel? I told them, holy cow, I have never felt this light in all my life. I had truly given that person and situation to God, and I knew that he could handle my temper tantrums and me being angry and all the shouting and the screaming. he could handle it. I was never alone. He'd been there the whole time, and he was going to continue to be there. I am with you. Now, I know that I will still have hard days and hard times with the person and the situation, but I do know now that I am not alone. He's with me all the time. So Miss Evelyn asked me, she said, okay, so if you were to die today, do you know where you're going? And I smiled and said with such a heavy heart, I'm going to heaven. And that felt good to be able to say and truly know without a shadow of a doubt. I'd given it all to God. It was all His. He and I are going to do this together. So any hard days I face, I'm not alone. If you're unsure about where you're going when you die, then I urge you to step out of your comfort zone like I did and talk with someone. I promise you, it is an amazing experience that you won't forget. You won't regret it.